Hi, what's going on? Today we're talking about the mother of Piper Rockelle, who is a 15-year-old YouTuber with over 10 million subscribers, and her mom is now being sued for $22 million by people that used to star in Piper's YouTube videos. Whatever you think these allegations are when it comes to a mom who is running this YouTube channel with a bunch of kids as the actors, the allegations are probably even worse than what you're imagining. So Piper Rockelle is a 15-year-old YouTuber. She makes videos with a group of teenage influencers where they sort of do these like dramatized vlogs with them like arguing with each other and getting in fights and all of this romance. It's like The Bachelor, but if they were all kids, which doesn't exist for a very good reason. If you haven't heard, I'm going to be on the road for the next month playing drums for Dev on her tour, so I'm going to try to keep making videos on here, but let's just jump into it. This has been an issue that people have been talking about for a long time because Piper has been on YouTube for a long time. Insider says that she was first making content on YouTube in 2016 at about 10 years old, and here she is 5 years later doing the same exact thing, but it just seems to keep getting worse. Her latest video, called "We Got in a Fight Over My Ex-Boyfriend," starts with Piper and her friend screaming at each other, presumably about the ex-boyfriend in question.
Hey! What's going on? Why are we fighting? Hey!
But let me show you the rest of this clip, because there is something very odd about it.
Sleep, please. Can you just leave us alone, please?
No,
because
I'm-
Don't interrupt them! I'm filming this for World Star!
Did you see that right there? Let's rewind real quick.
Don't interrupt them! I'm filming this for World.
Now that woman's face that you see there is Tiffany Smith, also known as the mother of Piper Rockelle. Although there is a kid filming the video in question and there are two kids acting in it, none of these kids actually are running the show behind the scenes. The person directing, editing, and posting these videos is Tiffany Smith, along with her boyfriend, who is also a part of the lawsuit, and his name is Hunter Hale. Dumb name.
Hunter Hill is a YouTuber with 600,000 subscribers, and he's currently dating Piper's mom and makes videos with her. He's been accused of the same crimes as Tiffany, but he still posts on YouTube with children who he's abusing. He's a freak weirdo. So let's see what his channel's all about. This freak.
If this video gets 1 million views, I will flirt with another mom. But I'm comfortable with you. Lev's mom. Okay, guys, look, that was today's video. If you enjoyed it,
She speaks Russian, so she
make sure
probably
you guys-
won't understand.
Hunter is also referred to in her videos as Piper's brother, but he's dating Piper's mom. That's so weird. And he directs and edits and is the cinematographer of Piper's content, which means that he is there for all of the freak stuff that Tiffany did, which you're gonna see in a second. They're like it's insane. They're freaks. Like, so I don't know how they're still just posting videos.
Now, I continued watching the video with the context that these two adults were behind the production in question. The first thing I noticed was how horrible Hunter Hill, the boyfriend, seems to be at editing these videos. There's this text that he puts on the screen that has this like insane drop shadow that doesn't function as a drop shadow at all. It's like way off of the text. He should go to jail for doing that alone. Then this random guy named Gavin Magnus shows up, and then for the third time in like a minute, this fucking dog comes out and does like another cameo in the video.
Gavin Magnus, push it!
So we have. Oh, you dropped the hat! Oh, let me get that for you!
Oh, wait, got your hat!
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Which is all obviously voiced by Tiffany Smith, who is being sued.
Oh, look at it!
So let's talk about Tiffany Smith, because even though this lawsuit is over a year in the making, it seems like she's still very adamant to show up in Piper's videos. Of course, trigger warning for the things that we are going to talk about. A lot of it will be linking to abuse and situations that involve a mother and daughter in a very toxic and poorly managed relationship. Now, the 11 people suing Tiffany Smith were all once members of the Piper Squad, which is a cast of young children and teenagers who act out drama similar to this. And according to NBC, Tiffany Smith intentionally inflicted emotional distress while she held a position of care and control over them in the production of content for her YouTube channel. The teen creators alleged that they endured physical and emotional injuries from harassment, molestation, and abuse, according to the complaint. Now, we all know that YouTube has big issues when it comes to moderating children created and acted content on their site. There is a lot of big changes that YouTube should and probably will make in the future to continue working on this. But of course, this case focuses on the responsibility and actions of Tiffany and Hunter, who allegedly asked members of the Piper squad to stage romantic crushes on each other, despite the fact that all of the actors in the video are children. And the people who watch the videos are children who believe in the content that is being shown to them. It's reality for them. Now, 6 different mothers of the 11 kids who are doing this lawsuit stepped forward to say that the dynamics of these fake storylines have led to online bullying and harassment for other actors who are in the videos. Because again, the people watching these videos are under the impression that everything that's happening in them are real. And that's just one off-putting claim that is quickly eclipsed by some of the other claims that these kids have been making. It gets a lot worse. In the 147-page complaint, the plaintiffs described Smith as a mean-spirited control freak and alleged she made comments about children's genitalia, shouted obscene and sexually graphic remarks at them, encouraged them to be sexy and sexually aggressive in videos, and inappropriately touched the children on their legs, thighs, and buttocks. And if that wasn't already bad enough to hear, one plaintiff said Smith told her that she was mailing Rochelle's underwear to a man who liked to sniff it. Rochelle, of course, being Piper Rockelle, a 15-year-old girl who has been on YouTube for years. So again, I don't know if you heard that right, but one of the kids who used to be on set was told by the mother that she was mailing this children's underwear to men who like to sniff it, which we can only assume is because she's making massive amounts of money off of it. And of course, all of this happening to kids at a young age, anywhere between 10 and 18 years old, probably even younger, don't understand the trauma that this is going to bring to them and the pain that it's causing them until they grow up years later. And of course, that's why we have 11 different people who were a part of that channel now coming forward and accusing all of these things of her mom. A little bit over a year ago, the initial lawsuit came out and Piper's channel was actually demonetized, so she didn't make any AdSense from her videos. But even over a year later, Piper is posting videos weekly with her mom shooting them while continuing to sell merchandise and is now performing on a tour around the world, all under the management of her mother. And if this obvious child grooming, abuse scheme doesn't seem bad enough, according to the lawsuit, in addition to not getting paid, 9 of the plaintiffs out of 11 of them alleged that Smith and Hall sabotaged their YouTube channels after they left the Piper squad. So once they left Piper's channel and went and worked on their own thing, there are accusations that Smith and Hill would falsely flag their content as inappropriate and embed their content onto pornographic websites so that they would be deemed restricted by YouTube. And these plaintiffs are saying that Smith and Hill owe them at least $2 million in lost earnings from YouTube.
Hunter Hill and Tiffany Smith have admitted on several circumstances that they know how to sabotage YouTube channels. Here is before and after this squad member quit.
Even back in August of 2021, people were talking about how explicit and adult the content of Piper seemed. At the time, she was only 13, but Pink, everyone knows Pink, singer, songwriter. What's going on over there? She says, how many kids like Piper Rockelle are being exploited by their parents, and at what point do the rest of us say this isn't okay for a 13-year-old to be posting in a bikini while her mother takes the photo? And not only that, but the mother takes the photo and uses it to promote her and make money off of YouTube, merchandise, and everything else. This is nothing more than an abusive mother who wants to sexualize her own child for millions of dollars and control and power. At the time, 2 years ago when this happened, both Rockelle and Smith responded that there was nothing wrong with the photos, with Smith telling outlets through a representative that she wanted to protect and support her daughter. But if we pull up a tweet by this journalist right here, it says that these are just some of the claims of sexual abuse, which are very difficult to read. Of course, Smith is denying the claims, but this is literally 11 children who have no other reason to throw themselves into a lawsuit. Again, here's a trigger warning if you need it. Ms. Smith's grossly inappropriate, offensive, and abusive treatment of plaintiffs, and there is a long list of them. The first one being, during a filming session, Ms. Smith was referring to another squad member, remember, they're all children, when she told Sophia F., I wonder, since blank squad member has freckles, whether he has a bunch of freckles on his dick. She said that to another child about a different child. Plaintiffs would also frequently hear Miss Smith referring to another squad member's penis as Dwayne the Rock Hard Johnson, another child that she is describing to other children. Miss Smith would frequently assume an alter ego identity as Lenny the dead cat and chase plaintiffs around her house, shouting obscene and sexually graphic phrases such as I'm going to sleep, and yeah, mama, little boy, like what is the defense to that? What is she gonna say? And she'd also frequently assume an alter ego identity as Frank the Pug and make similar sexual, explicit, and racially offensive remarks to plaintiffs that she would make as Lenny the dead cat or the pug or whatever. She would also frequently tell plaintiffs who were typically paired up with another person as their crush in the video, for purposes of video content, very sexually explicit instructions such as how to act with one another, for example, forcibly grabbing someone and kissing her, what to wear, for example, sexually revealing clothing, short skirts, low-cut tops for the girls, tight-fitting jeans, or sweatpants for the boys to show off their bulges. Miss Smith asked plaintiff Hayden H. whether his balls have dropped yet, and how long is it, referring to his penis. She later remarked to another one of the kids, Sophia, that since Hayden had not gone through puberty yet, she wondered how big his penis was and whether his balls dropped yet. Miss Smith has asked various plaintiffs whether they have had sex before, including and then encouraging these children to try. She also told another one of the kids within earshot of other kids that Mr. Hill's penis was small and that she, the child, would never want to have sex with him. She also frequently pulled and struck one of the girls and yanked her hair while on and off set. She also frequently told another plaintiff that she was sexually underdeveloped, that she had no boobs, and that she was so flat. She also locked one of the other plaintiffs into a bathroom for a discussion and told him that he and another male squad member were horny bastards for allegedly holding hands with two other female squad members, which apparently the kid never did. And there are countless other allegations, including allowing a young adult to come on the filming set and sexually harass the male plaintiffs by touching their private parts and or otherwise backhanding or tapping them on their penises. She demanded that one of the girls take her clothes off for a thumbnail photo shoot in order to make it appear like this child is naked in the thumbnail. It says that she would often boast to the plaintiffs and others about being the madame of YouTube and a pimp of YouTube, and that she makes kids porn. She would discuss sex toys with them. She would offer the kids hemp brownies and told one of the kids in character that she should try to have sex. But I at least think I should wrap up the story here if you haven't already had enough discussed over the whole situation. I believe that the court case happened today, April 17th, or it's happening a week from now. But either way, I'm really hoping that this lawsuit can bring forward a larger discussion about how we can further regulate YouTube to make sure that we keep children safe on it. Let me know, I guess, what you guys think in the comments. I mean, we kind of all have the same opinion on it because very gross. But either way, thank you for watching this video. I hope I'm still able to get videos out as I continue to be on tour with Dev. Either way, you can email me, nickisnotgreen merch, if you want to ask me to cover stories or topics that you're interested in. And go watch my other videos and check out my podcast. It was just my birthday, and I had a birthday episode, and I talked a lot, so you should go check it out. I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. Please be safe on the internet and try not to be a freak, okay? Bye.